Hey, I'm Mark Dominguez, and welcome back to this episode of Excellence in Sales for Mattress One. Today we're going to talk about 5 groups of knowledge. This isn't something that I've come up with. It's not something new. If you've read any kind of sales books or some sales books, they talk about this. And most folks that are on the sales floor or have been on the sales floor for any amount of time, you already have this information, this knowledge. It just may not have been spelled out the way that we're going to address it today. And so to be successful in any kind of sales, and hopefully you will have a long career, a successful career with Mattress One, but if the future takes you somewhere where you're selling anywhere else, this still is pertinent. It still is something that is used by salespeople that are successful. And it's basically 5 groups of knowledge that we need to have in order to be able to sell the product that we are showing. And it doesn't matter what it is. It could be hot dogs from a hot dog vendor. That hot dog vendor still needs to know these 5 groups of knowledge. And the reason that it's broken down like this is so that if you are ever in a situation where, well, you know what, I need to learn more about this, or I need to learn more about that, this helps you bring that up to know where it is that you're lacking, where it is that your knowledge is lacking, so that you can improve it. So, PIFAP, P-I-F-A-P. That's just a little acronym, I think they call it, acronym to help you remember what those 5 groups are. And the first thing, as a lot of you may have already guessed, is going to be product. So if you're that hot dog vendor, what kind of hot dogs are you selling? Are they all beef hot dogs? Are they those nasty chicken hot dogs? What kind of product is it? How is it made? Is it boiled? Is it grilled? The buns, are they whole wheat? Are they gluten-free? Gluten-free buns. But what kind of product is it? In our industry, you know, what kind of mattress is it? What is in the mattress? How's it constructed? The feel. Do you know how all the beds on your sales floor feel? I know that sounds trivial, but I see it happen when salespeople just start doing the poke to see what the mattress feels like. If you don't, please pause this video and go test your beds and know how they feel, especially in relation to each other, right? So the product. The I stands for inventory. Inventory. So, Mr. Hot Dog Vendor, I have a party next week, and I'm going to need 150 of those hot dogs. Do you have enough? Do you have enough? What's our inventory? Mattress One right now is doing an excellent job of letting us know what our inventory is. Whether we have it or not is beside the point. We know what it is. We know what the inventory is. We know if it's not there, we know how to address it, how to sell for it. Sometimes, you know, we know when it's coming in, but we do. You know, we know when that product should be arriving. And on a side note, please don't overpromise to your customers. Understand that things happen. So don't overpromise. Underpromise, overdeliver. That's another video. All right. So inventory. Know what it is. If we don't stock it, if it's a special order, how long does it take to get? What do you need to do to bring that inventory into existence, into our warehouse? Do you know the proper channels, the proper paperwork that needs to be done to get that inventory? So all that falls under inventory, right? F is for finance. Finance. Mr. Hot Dog Vendor, will you take a check? No, I won't take a check. They're hot dogs. Cash. But well, how about us? Do we take checks? And if we do, what's the process? You know, it's got to be deposited, wait 10 days. What kind of financing? Now, it doesn't just stand for finance companies like TD and Genesis. It also has to do with the process for cash. How do we handle cash? It needs to be deposited within 24 hours. How do we handle credit cards, refunds? Anything that has to do with financing of how the product is paid for, we should know that. And if there's somewhere where maybe that knowledge is lacking, you learn it. You study it. You ask. So finance. The A is for advertising. Advertising. Let's say advertising. Mr. Hot Dog Vendor, I saw you had this coupon in the paper, buy one, get one free. Is it still valid? What are you advertising? What are we advertising? Now, I know this is something that's very near and dear to not only the management's hearts, but I know it's to the owner's hearts. Know what's being advertised. Our showrooms should reflect what ownership had, what the owners have done, where they've spent millions of dollars in print, media, radio, television, mailers. If they're saying it's any size for a twin price, we should not have tax-free event on the window. It needs to mirror what the advertising, what the company is advertising. Know what current advertisement is being done so that you can tell customers, hey, you came in at a great time because right now we're doing this. And they should mirror what they have already heard or read about before coming into our stores. So make sure that you're aware of what the advertisement is, what the current promotions are. We're going to be getting a lot of different promotions in the very near future for financing and for different beds. So be aware of what the advertisement is. And last but not least is policies. Policies. If I don't like these hot dogs, can I return them? No, you can't return them. They're hot dogs. No. But what are our policies? We have several policies. What is our comfort guarantee policy? What is our price guarantee policy? How do we handle warranties? These are all policies that you should be very familiar with. And if you're not, it's okay. We have the means for you to learn it. We have trainers, we have district managers. If it's something that you have that you don't know, we have the means for you to get that information. And that's true for all of this. Not knowing is not a problem. Not knowing and not caring is a problem. Not knowing and not trying to get the information, that's a problem. And too many times we'll have sales folks that will just sit back and not try to improve. I promise you, if you can get this information, PIF app, for what Mattress One, our product, our inventory financing, advertising policies, if you're very well versed in Mattress One's product and inventory, you're gonna do okay. You're gonna do good. I promise. You're gonna do good. Now, if you want to do great, all this information, learn it for Mattress Firm. Learn it for Rooms to Go. Rooms to Go. Learn it for Ashley's. Learn it for American Signature. Learn it for your competitors. Because that's the difference between a good salesperson and a great salesperson. Someone who does okay and someone who does excellent. Knowing it for our company is important. That's vital. You have to. But if you want to do above and beyond, if you want to really be get into a different tax bracket, learn it for the competition. And the internet's great because all this information, almost all of this information, is available online. It's available for all the furniture stores. All this information is available for our main competitors. You can learn this, and it makes a difference because it makes you into the expert that your competitor isn't. How do you stand out? How do we stand out in a sea of mattress salespeople? How do we stand out in a sea of mattress stores? By being different. Your competition, other people that you're selling against, may have the information for their company, but they almost definitely don't have the information for other companies. If you can do that, if you can compare our product with a firm or an Ashley's and say, well, yes, I know about that bed. It's such and such it's made this way. It's going to separate you. It's going to put you above and beyond and give you that much more credibility. So learn these 5 things: product, inventory, financing, advertisement, and policies for our company. But if you want to take it a step above and beyond, learn it for your competition. Learn it for who you're competing against. And I promise you, that's going to put extra money in your pocket. All right? So if you have any questions or any suggestions, please contact me at art.dominguez@mattress1.com.